In fact, tomorrow, I don't even like to say it because I'll be arrested.
Well, let's not say it.
We need to go, I'll say it. All right. We need to go in to the Capitol.
Let's go!
So I'm going to put it out there. I'm probably going to go to jail for it. Tomorrow, we need to go into the Capitol. Into the Capitol. Okay, folks, spread the word. As soon as the president's done speaking, we go to the Capitol. The Capitol's this direction. Done speaking. We are going to the Capitol, where our problems are. It's that direction. Please spread the word.
The Attorney General had nothing to say about Epps encouraging protesters to go into the Capitol on multiple occasions. But this video buries claims about the supposed Epps conspiracy theory. It tells you everything you need to know about why Epps was scrubbed from the FBI's most wanted list and got one lousy misdemeanor charge instead of the DOJ throwing the book at him. But Garland denied that Epps worked for the FBI or was an informant.
Meanwhile, you're sending grandmas to prison. You're putting people away for 20 years for merely filming. Some people weren't even there yet. You got the guy on video who's saying go into the Capitol. He's directing people to the Capitol before the speech ends. He's at the site of the first breach. You've got all the goods on him, 10 videos, and it's an indictment for a misdemeanor. The American public isn't buying it. I yield the balance of my time to Chairman Jordan.
May I answer the question?
I'm going to ask you one now. We'll let the gentleman.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but
In discovery, in the cases that were filed with respect to January 6, the Justice Department prosecutors provided whatever information they had about the question that you're asking. With respect to Mr. Epps, the FBI has said that he was not an employee or informant of the FBI. Mr. Epps has been charged, and there's a proceeding, I believe, going on today on that subject.
the charge is a joke. I yield to the Chairman.
Julie Kelly of American Greatness made several great points in an X post about how the FBI's informant program is just a shady entrapment scheme. She notes that in a scathing closing argument during the Whitmer kidnapping trial, attorney Christopher Gibbons denounced the FBI's conduct as, quote, unacceptable in America. That's not how it works. They don't make terrorists so we can arrest them, unquote. Now, Kelly notes, unfortunately, that is precisely what's happening in America, and it's beyond unacceptable. It threatens national security as the FBI ignores legitimate dangers and destroys innocent lives. Further, the definition of domestic terrorism is statutorily vague, so it can apply to minor infractions in the Capitol protest, even for those who had no intentions or knowledge that they were committing a crime, she adds. Absurd charges such as obstruction, conspiracy, and parading in the Capitol, a petty offense, are the equivalent of blowing up a jetliner or a federal office building, according to the Biden regime, she argues. And propping up the phony narrative requires the use of sketchy informants, often working at the direction of equally sketchy FBI handlers, forcing the government to tell the whole truth in court about the CHS program, she adds, quote, will undoubtedly expose another crisis-level scandal at the irredeemably corrupt Federal Bureau of Investigation, unquote. So, we don't know Epps' relationship with the feds, and unproven accusations about him are just that, accusations. That doesn't make them true, but it also doesn't make them conspiracy theories. But state-run media are playing defense for Epps by continuously implying that proven facts about Ray Epps are part of a conspiracy theory. NBC referred to this so-called conspiracy theory right after Epps was charged. MSNBC also trumpeted the indictment for disorderly conduct as debunking a conspiracy theory. And the mainstream media has long held up Epps as some kind of victim, despite being a self-described Trump supporter and a supposed J6 insurrectionist. It doesn't add up. But the DOJ's own statement of facts debunks this myth and shows clearly that Epps is being grossly undercharged compared with many J6 defendants. In addition to what we saw in the video above, Epps played a role rounding up Trump supporters and telling them to go to the Capitol. Epps was there whispering in Ryan Samsel's ear just moments before he first breached the barricades around the Capitol grounds. Epps joined the flood of rioters going onto the Capitol grounds. He continued with his mob that was going in and toppling barricades. He went into a restricted area on the Capitol grounds and he remained there. Epps was among rioters that were confronted by police and told to turn back. He joined in with protesters dangerously wielding a metal Trump sign towards a line of police officers. Epps was there when the sign was pushed into police officers, which is a form of assaulting the police. Epps said by text message he, quote, orchestrated the January 6 riots. Epps appeared on an FBI wanted flyer poster that was put online, but then he was later mysteriously scrubbed without any note that he had been apprehended. The U.S. Attorney Matthew Graves submitted just one charge for disorderly conduct regarding the Epps case. On the other hand, Epps would seemingly qualify for a slew of charges, according to the way the DOJ has charged other J6 defendants. Such charges could include seditious conspiracy, obstructing an official proceeding, assaulting a police officer, parading or picketing without a permit, and trespassing and remaining on restricted Capitol grounds. Instead, all Epps was charged with was disorderly conduct. Why? This doesn't dispel presumptions that Ray Epps was somehow working with the feds, but rather just works to fuel the fire that many believe his actions somehow helped the Democrats frame Trump and his supporters for the Capitol riots. The biggest question of them all, why is the state-run media protecting Ray Epps? He is a Trump supporter, according to his own description, and he was caught on video clearly inciting an insurrection. Did I miss something? Is Ray Epps the only Trump supporter in the world the state-run media like?